What's up, guys? It's Tony Holiday, and today is going to be the first beat making video on this channel. This channel's been primarily about tutorials to do with Logic Pro. I'll explain a concept, I'll go through that beginning to end, and then at the end of the video, hopefully you learn something. I get asked about beat making videos regularly on this channel. I think it's time that we start doing those. Now, because this is the first one, I don't really know how this is gonna go. Sometimes beats take me 20 minutes, sometimes they take me 2 hours. We're just gonna see what happens and we're gonna go from there. And hopefully there's some content in here that you guys can enjoy. I think I'm gonna do a kind of fast trap beat. I have my guitar back here. And then I'll also get some vocal chops on top of that. Something simple, but upbeat, fast-paced, kind of like a pop trap song. I hope you guys enjoy this first kind of beat making video on this channel. But yeah, let's get into Logic and start making this beat. I think I want to do something a little faster, so like 178. And I know that seems really fast, but for guitar, this actually works really well. And then I'm actually going to get an audio track here, and I'm going to set the input to input 1, which I have my guitar attached to, so we can record something. And I'm actually going to use this Archetype Cory Wong, and the preset is going to be this Tony's Ultra Clean, which I've made. I'm gonna record this part 3 times and then I'll layer it afterwards and I'll show you what I mean. This is a good technique to use. A lot of the times when you record something, there will be a bit of latency or delay. So what you have to do is actually just drag this forward a bit and then drag that back so that you hit it right on the 1 where you start playing. You can find that by opening this up here. Now it's an 8-bar loop and we can split this. So I'm just kind of straightening out a few things with this actual loop that I made. So I'm gonna turn flex on. Now what I'll usually do is I'll grab this one, I'll go left, this one I'll go right, and we'll move this down. Let's record another guitar part. So I just went a little over, I'm gonna flex it back there. So I think I got the guitar part done. Now let's add some vocal chops onto this, and you best be knowing I'm gonna use Arcade. Before I do that, I'm gonna bounce these out because they're taking up a ton of CPU with the Archetype Cory Wongs on there. Let's take off this one while we do this. Let's do that. That sounds pretty good. Now Arcade does a lot of good stuff with the vocal chops like this, but I kind of like to turn the verb down, tape delay slightly up, and then I'll actually just add my own reverb onto it. So I usually use Valhalla Supermassive, the forward. We'll do like a quarter note, dotted. Alright, so here's the loop that I have so far. It's just 3 tracks. There's the main guitar, there's that little sub guitar that's underneath it, and then also there's the vocal chops. I'm gonna add some drums to this now and then see how it sounds. If it needs something else, I'll add to it afterwards. Grab some stuff from Sound Playground, like the Murder Clap, Bali Soft Hi-Hat. And I also like this Palace kit that I got off Splice. And an 808, obviously. change this 808 up. Alright, now that we've got the basic drum pattern, let's actually turn it to MIDI. And then we can start to kind of do some rolls and stuff. And I get to go to 16th triplets. So I'm just going to make these velocities all high on these ones. And maybe some alternating velocities on these ones. That one down a little bit. And then we can repeat that. Get rid of all the middle ones. And we'll repeat these across. Force legato these just to be sure. I'll usually add a compressor with like Type U tight kit, and that just makes the drum smack every time. This compressor, which is on the grouping for the melody, we'll just send it to the kick, and then it just subtly side chains it every single time the kick comes in. Another cool thing to do with vocal chops, I'll put on this Cable Guy's pancake, pardon me, and set it to something kind of, this one here, this left to right, make it a 8th note, then dial the mix down a bit, and it gives you that subtle kind of ping pong effect there. What if we put some more delay?
It's not too late, it's not too late for us.
Definitely needs to be dialed down a bit here. Alright, so pretty much got the beat now. Here's a listen to the melody. And then the drums separately. And then if we have them both together. Alright, so I'm going to kind of give this an arrangement, and then I'll come back to you guys and we can listen to the beat afterwards. Maybe like a build up into the final part. So I'll be back with you in a sec. I gave it just a little arrangement. So there's kind of like a little bit of an intro here, a little bit of a build up, and then it goes right into this kind of drop / chorus hook, whatever you want to call it thing, and then it just kind of ends from there. Let's take a listen to this. This is what the whole thing sounds like. The only thing I added was this growler Moog, which is in Omnisphere. You'll hear that in the build up. It just kind of brings in some bass before we drop it into the 808, and then I just cut it out from there completely. Let's take a listen to this, and then we'll pretty much be done.
It's not too late, it's not too late for us. It's not too late, it's not too late for us. It's not too late, it's not too late for us.
So yeah, that's pretty much the beat. This one took me longer than I expected. It's kind of a mess around with that guitar there. I do want to make more beat making tutorials. If you like me doing this on top of the tutorials, like the actual Logic Pro tutorials, let me know in the comments, because I do want to make more of these, and I do want to get better at making beats faster and showing you guys kind of my workflow and process. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'm always gonna be putting out more music production content, specifically with Logic Pro and other kind of beat making tutorials and stuff. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers.